the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Diffuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for that
Yo. Welcome to another exciting episode of Unfazed with JJ Ajae. And this is probably the most excited I've ever been for an episode of any podcast because we got the NFC Championship coming up this weekend. And it is the Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles with everything on the line. A trip to the Super Bowl is on the line, man. We started this podcast at the perfect time. Who could have foreseen this coming? I don't know, man. It's just God works in mysterious ways. That's all I can say, man. It's set up perfectly, man. But before we get into all of that, because we're going to talk about that all show. That's what this show is going to be about, NFC Championship. You know what I mean? We're going to touch a little bit on the AFC Championship. But y'all know why we're here. We're here to talk about the NFC Championship. JJ, Joe, I know how you feeling, but let the people know how you feeling, man.
Hey, man, I'm feeling great. Like you said, the timing is perfect. We started Unfazed right before week 1 of the NFL season. We did our predictions. And I know you had your Eagles, your Birds here. And I did not have my Commanders here. But my boy grew up. He grew up faster than I thought. And now we here. And let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and me, myself, man, y'all see the flag, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling great. What did I say, last week? Once I saw the Rams, you know what I mean, return that touchdown. Hey, I got the same pen. Let's see it for this moment right here. They did make me a little nervous, but we're going to get to that in a little bit, man. Let's get right into it, man. We don't want to waste a lot of time. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm feeling good. But I want to ask this question to my boy Joe first to kick things off. Joe, obviously we got the Eagles versus the Commanders. We got the coaches versus the coaches, the running backs versus the running backs, the defense. We know it's a lot of different pieces, right? We could talk about. But we got to start with the quarterback position. Which quarterback do you trust more right now? In this situation, to go to the Super Bowl, money on the line, I got to put my money on one of these two guys. Is it Jalen Hurts or is it your boy, Jaden Daniels?
I mean, are we serious? You really asked me? You see what I got on? You see, you asked me that question? I'm going with Jaden Daniels. I trust him more. Now, I legitimately do. I think I would trust him more if I wasn't a Commander fan. I think the only guys I would trust Jalen Hurts more is probably 50% because half of the Eagles fans don't bang with Jalen Hurts. Probably 50% of the Eagles fans, and that's it. Everybody else in the world probably would say the same thing I'm saying. I would trust Jaden Daniels. But context matters. Shout out to Kev. Context matters. I need to know the context. Are we asking, what situation are we trusting him in? Because obviously my boy is asked to do more in his situation when your guy is not really asked to do a lot in this situation. And we're talking about the playoffs. We're not talking about regular season. Playoffs is a different beast. And above the playoffs, NFC Championship game. Some guy would say, hey, you got to go with Hurts. He's been here before. He's the vet. Your guy only a rookie. He's never been in this stage before. So by default, you got to go with Hurts. He at least been to the bowl, right? He got, now, also another reason you go with Hurts. He got a better squad. He got Saquon Barkley. Hurts don't really got to do much for them to get to the next level so far as how it look like. When Jaden Daniels, he has to do a lot. But all I know is this. I would trust my guy in his position and Hurts in his position. I would trust my guy 1,000% more if you switch positions, and I think you would too. And also, my guy, when he's asked to do more, he delivered. And Hurts, when he asked to do more in the playoffs, he's never delivered. So I'm going to go with my guy easily and say I trust him more. Now, JJ Ajae, right? So far this playoffs, he's been asked to do a whole lot. He's the only guy in the playoffs that went on the road. Only guy. Every road team so far in the playoffs have lost. We were the biggest dogs of the playoffs against the Detroit Lions, and we put up 45 on them boys, 45-31. You know? So I trust my guy. And Jalen Hurts, I mean, you know, like I said, he's not really asked to do a lot. So, I mean, what situation are we talking about? I mean, if he's asked to do a lot, do I trust him? Nah, I don't really trust him right now over Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels has shown me over and over again in clutch moments, not just a playoff, but in the regular season, in clutch moments that he can deliver. And against your very team, against the Philadelphia Eagles defense, he threw a game-winning touchdown. So give me Jaden Daniels.
I respect it. I knew you would say that, Joe. I knew you would say that. But I think the thing I'm most excited about is this matchup. Because at every turn, my dog can get discredited. So before I say anything, I got a little clip I want to play for you. Before I say anything, I got a little clip. I'm gonna play it for you right now. This is my question for you, Joe.
All right, you guys are giving instructions in the dressing room. Do you have any questions?
I got a question. You got any excuses tonight, Roy?
Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch the gloves and go to work.
Tonight, Roy?
Let's go to work.
Because as the referee said, man, it's time to go to work. When we get done with y'all, I don't want to hear no more about, man, he only beat Daniel Jones. Or he only beat the backup for the 49ers. I mean, he didn't. Nah. Because on this playoff run, no matter how it's looked, I seen Jordan Love take an L. I seen Matthew Stafford take an L. And if he's saying, how do you pronounce it, the growth? It sounds like a disease or something, I ain't gonna lie. But if he's saying the growth home, if he's saying the greatest rookie player or rookie quarterback home in the playoffs, I don't want to hear no more about who my guy has played and who he has defeated. Now, Joe, I want to say this. To answer the question directly after we get that out of the way, after we get that video out of the way, I'm tired of the discredit. We're not having that today. So I'll let you know, we're not having that today. All right? Obviously, I trust Jalen Hurts more. Now, you highlighted some of the reasons why I trust Jalen Hurts more. The situation matters. The situation matters. Jalen Hurts has the number one defense in football to depend on. He has that. I expect that defense to be much better than they was the second time they played y'all. I expect that. He has Saquon Barkley to depend on. Saquon is sensational. That's all you can say about it. Saquon may be the greatest addition I've ever seen my team make. And we've had some great additions. I loved when we went and got Michael Vick. I loved when we got, AJ Brown back in, a couple years ago. But nothing has been better than this Saquon Barkley addition, right? He's in Philadelphia. He's at home. And whether you like it or not, whether you want to give him credit or not, he's been here. He's gotten through this game. And he's made it to a Super Bowl. But another reason why I trust my guy, Joe, over your guy is, in the matchups that they played each other, right? One guy turned the ball over quite a bit against this defense. I mean, in the playoffs, if it's one thing I noticed, since we don't give credit to quarterbacks who know how to game manage to a game and just play smart, right? You got to go for 300 yards and the defense got to give up at least 15 to 20 points in order to get the win, which, by the way, Jaden Daniels did a great job with it to a 299. Shout out to y'all. The Lions scored 31 points. I feel you, right? But one thing I've noticed about this postseason is quarterbacks who turn the ball over in this playoffs, they tend to go home. And when I look at the matchups that we had, I saw one interception against us in the first matchup. I saw two in the second matchup. And the second interception he threw should have ended the game. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Devontae, you got to catch the ball. He got an opportunity, and he made the most of it. So not only that, when it gets to the turnovers, did you know Jalen Hurts is tied with Patrick Mahomes with the most consecutive playoff games without an interception? 6. In those playoff games, Patrick Mahomes has 1,556 yards with 11 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts has 1,342 yards with 12 touchdowns. Very reliable. Now, granted, he's not asked to do as much. He's not asked to do as much, Artis. He's not asked to do as much, AJ. He only got to turn around, hand the ball off to Saquon, and Saquon takes over. The defense makes the stop. All I know is last time he was on a stage remotely close to this was that Super Bowl. And while you can say, yeah, Jalen Hurts, he fumbled and he gave the ball to the defense and he gave up 7 points. When the Chiefs came back in that game, Jalen Hurts gave me a must-have-it drive to come down the field, not only get a touchdown, but run it in for a 2-point conversion to tie the game. And so all I'm going to say is this. I respect the fact that Jaden Daniels is having a better overall statistical season. He is. He is required to do more. But I've also seen Jalen Hurts step up when he has to do more as well. Granted, it ain't been this crazy situation where he's been down 1,000,000,001 points and he has to come back to win a playoff game. But I've seen Jalen Hurts play big for the Philadelphia Eagles more times than he hasn't. The win percentage says so. The playoff resume says so. So even though Jaden Daniels is playing better football, credit to him, who do I trust more? I'm going to go with the vet. Give me Jay Hurts with the money on the line. You know how I feel about him as a winner. Give me Jay Hurts. Interceptions. Not turnovers, interceptions.
Yeah, he's but look, Jalen Hurts almost lost y'all the game. He almost lost y'all the game.
Which game? We talking about this Rams game?
The Rams game. He was more. He scored the first touchdown, and after that, AJ, what did he do? He didn't do.
I mean,
he had more negative plays, in my opinion, that could have hurt y'all to lose the game than he had positive plays for y'all to win the game.
We can't talk about that without bringing up AJ drop now. AJ catch that pass. It's 20-10 going into halftime. It's some guys around him that didn't play well either now.
Was that pass underthrown?
Yes, it was underthrown. But that's yes, it was underthrown. But is that not a catch that AJ Brown should have? Was it not in the breadbasket?
Now let me ask you this. I tell you the same thing when Kenny Pickett threw it at Saquon Barkley and Bobby Wagner hit out his hand. And you told me it wasn't a good pass. He gotta put it in front of him. You ain't get Kenny Pickett that same pass.
Because there's a difference between throwing the ball to Saquon Barkley and throwing the ball to AJ Brown. You know that was AJ Brown's first drop. Second technically, because he dropped the pass earlier. You know that was his second drop all year, bro. His second drop all year with guys like Saquon Barkley. And I don't mean to cut you off, but guys like Saquon Barkley, the ball got to be on the money because he's not a guy that's known for hands like that. AJ Brown, if it touch your hands, it's got to be caught. And he had to turn around to come back for it, but it's in the breadbasket.
You got to think about the conditions too, though. I get you. He dropped the pass. You feel me? But if I'm the quarterback, I'm going to put the better ball in position for my receiver to catch it because the conditions were bad. The conditions were terrible. But look,
the conditions hurts too.
Jalen Hurts took 2 bad sacks when y'all were in field goal range and took y'all out of field goal range. That's 6 points. He took a sack. That was terrible. That was terrible. Jalen Hurts is really like when Saquon had 205 yards rushing. The defense played outstanding. Rams turned the ball over twice. Y'all had 0 turnovers, and the Rams still had a chance to win the game. Last second, y'all had to rely, not on Hurts, y'all had to rely on the defense to get that win for y'all. That's why I'm like, who do you trust? What has Hurts showed you this year in this playoff run that you can trust him? Even in the Packers game, did he put the Packers away? No, the defense was putting the Packers away. So when we come to us, Detroit, they put the pedal to the metal. They were scoring. Boom, boom. We did turn the ball. They did turn the ball over. But you know what we do with our quarterback? 4th and 5. We're not punting. We trust that we're going to score, so we're going to go for it. My guy against Tampa Bay, 3rd and 1. What we do? We didn't do no touch play. We don't need that. Fake the handoff, do a bootleg run, 1st down. My guy has proven this year that you can trust him. He's been the clutchest player all year against your very team. You just said Hurts did enough to score a go-ahead touchdown, and Mahomes came down and scored. Don't you remember Jaden Daniels had a go-ahead touchdown against y'all? If Hurts were to do that again, best believe Jaden Daniels is going to respond and score again.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sold.
I know.
Not this time around in the playoffs.
I know.
Or not this time around in the NFC Championship. But
Also in the playoffs.
Go ahead.
Also in the playoffs. I know y'all number one defense. Y'all not the Lions defense or the Buccaneers. I know that. We on the road. Also, Jaden Daniels, this playoffs, Hurts been taking a lot of negative plays. My guy don't. My guy in the last 2 games, 1 sack he's taken, 0 turnovers, 4 touchdowns. My man been 69% completion percentage. Now, obviously, what we're going to do, Hurts going to have to do something. Because the last time we played, y'all, we did a great job with Saquon. I'm pretty sure we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to make you, Jalen Hurts, do something. He's going to have to do something. Go ahead.
Couple things. One, before I get back to what you said earlier, are you sure Jalen Hurts is going to have to do a lot? I mean, the game where we dropped 33 on y'all and almost beat y'all with Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett only threw for 143 yards in that football game. If y'all, I promise you this. I promise you this, Joe. If y'all can't stop the run, it's going to be the same old song, bro.
Saquon, because of the run. AJ, you forgetting 2 bombs that didn't count in the yardage. AJ Brown had 2 pass interference calls that didn't count. Kenny Pickett really threw for over 200 some yards. So, y'all won because of 5 turnovers and because Saquon. I'm gonna get you. Saquon Barkley. Y'all didn't kill us with the run. Saquon Barkley had in the first quarter, 7 carries, 109 yards. In the first quarter. In the rest of the game, 22 carries, 41 yards. Averaging 1.8 yards per carry. We shut that down for the rest of the game. Y'all only got them points because y'all had an early lead. Y'all had 21 points when we scored that, and we fumbled twice and threw 2 interceptions after that. So we had all these turnovers. That's the only reason why y'all scored 33 points. Yeah, we kept putting y'all in good field position in that one drive when AJ got those 2 pass interference. Outside of that, Saquon didn't do nothing. So we're going to force Jalen Hurts to do something this game. He's going to have to do more than what he's been doing lately. I'm just letting you know.
What happened in the first matchup? Did Saquon not step up, close y'all out in the first matchup?
Yeah, yes, he did. Yeah, but that's you talking about something that happened week 6 and week 7, and then also our offense they put no pressure on y'all because I told y'all and y'all ain't want to listen. I said, Jaden Daniels, I can't recognize this dude. He's not himself. I promise y'all, when we play y'all again, this won't happen. And what happened? Next time we play y'all, 5 touchdown passes. Because I'm telling you, that you're not going to see that same offense you saw in week what? That had 9 points going into the 4th quarter. That's not happening.
That's perfectly fine. But we're not going to put all the stock in these conversations in the one win y'all had and completely dismiss the one time y'all was in Philly this year and lost. Now, Saquon
I'm talking about everything happened in our last 7 games that we won? We on a 7-game win streak.
That's perfectly fine. We on a win streak as well. All I'm saying is the last time we seen you boys in Philly, it wasn't so pretty. Now, Jaden Daniels wasn't 100%, right? Just like the last time y'all saw us, Jalen Hurts wasn't available to play. That's all I'm getting at. It's a different game when he out there. Me and you both know it, just like it's a different game when Jaden Daniels is healthy. I also want to bring this up because you talked about this earlier about what Jalen Hurts does and what he doesn't do. I'll be the first to admit, Joe, the safety was unacceptable. I'm not gonna lie. It was inexcusable. It was inexcusable. I couldn't believe it. He had guys open. I think he was of the mindset he could still make a play on the knee and didn't trust himself and just took the safety. So I will give you that. The possession or a few possessions before that to end the half was right after the AJ Brown drop. He took the sack the next play. It's like AJ got to catch the ball, bro. That in my opinion is more about AJ than it's about Hurts. AJ Brown got to catch that ball. I don't care about the conditions because guess what? We're going to give him the pass for the conditions, but we're not going to give Hurts the same pass for the same conditions. We're not going to give Jake Elliott a pass for missing extra points either. But we're going to give AJ Brown a pass for not catching the ball in conditions. That's his job. Just like it's Jalen Hurts' job to not take bag sacks, to not get the other team points, and then not turn the ball over. He got to catch that ball. But I also want to point this out. Because I believe the run to start the game that everybody going to gloss over and not talk about when he ran for the 44-yard touchdown, right? That opened up the field even more for Saquon Barkley in this game. The 2 breakout runs that Saquon Barkley had, Jalen Hurts checked 2 at the line. I know he gets no credit for it, though. I know because Saquon Barkley did the work. And see, look, this is how y'all look. But see, when Aaron Rodgers get back there, right, and he said, let's change this, change that. All right, let's change this, change that, change this. When Peyton Manning get back there in the pocket,
Every quarterback does that.
what? Oh, let's change this. Let's do this. I think this play a little bit better. And it turns into a big play. They get all the credit. Oh my gosh, what a genius. Oh my goodness, what a great play. He checked to it and da-da-da. But Jalen Hurts checks to his 2 biggest plays of the game. No credit. I'm not saying he should get all of the credit. All I'm saying is Jalen Hurts got the cerebral part of the game down too. When it comes to knowing what's going to work, when it's going to work. So all I'm saying is, bro, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, whatever needs to be done, like I always say, I trust he going to get it done. And I trust that, like Blaze said, one of his biggest issues was turnovers. That boy ain't turning the ball over, bro. He not turning the ball over, bro. And if Jaden Daniels keep talking about how well he played in this last game, that boy better not throw 2 picks again. He better not come out here. He better not come out here giving that ball up in Philly. I'm telling you, right? He had 5 touchdowns, 258 yards, great passer rating, da-da-da. If he come out there and play the exact same game with 2 books, bye-bye. That's all I'm going to tell you, bro. That's all I'm going to say, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Give me Jalen Hurts, man. Give me Jalen Hurts.
You know your QB struggling when you over here highlighting his checks.
Yes, because
every quarterback does that, AJ. Every quarterback. Jaden Daniels as a rookie does that. So like,
and if you brought it up and say he deserved credit for it because they resulted in, if you brought it up and said it resulted in big plays, he deserves credit for making the decision at the line of scrimmage and making and it being a big play. He deserves credit for that.
I'm not about to give him a ton of credit because
I didn't say he deserves a ton of credit. All I'm saying is it's a good check at the line, and it ain't his first time doing it.
That doesn't move the needle for nothing for me. It doesn't move the needle. Like that check don't like, man, hurts, man. You can trust him. No, my guy does the same thing. My guy make checks as a rookie. Most quarterbacks, especially veterans, they do that. They have control of the line of scrimmage.
Can I ask you a question? My bad. One more question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So say in this game, because it could be a close game. Say in this game, 4th quarter, Eagles got the ball, right? Say we up 3 points. Y'all need to stop. On 2nd down, Jalen Hurts come make a check at the line of scrimmage. Let's just say we at our own 20. No, we at our own 20-yard line, right? Jalen Hurts checks out of a pass play. Saquon Barkley to the backfield, and Saquon Barkley goes for a 70-yard touchdown. That don't make a difference to you? That don't seal the game for you. Because he is a part of the Saquon didn't even, bro.
But it's Saquon Barkley.
Saquon didn't even. I'm not. This the thing. I know we got more questions.
I give way more credit to Saquon for that.
But the quarterback who touches the ball every possession also deserves some credit as well. Because if you don't check to that play, the play don't happen, right?
All right, how about this? I'm gonna give you another example. So you telling me that if we're on a 2-yard line, our own 2-yard line, and it's a read option, so the quarterback is making a decision, and he decides to give it to Brian Robinson, I'm supposed to say, man, we gotta give Jay Nelson credit. We gotta give him a lot of credit for that because he could have kept it.
Stop twisting what I'm saying. I'm not saying a ton of credit, but what I'm saying is he deserves some credit for making that check at the line, Joe. Same way he did in the Saints game, and y'all glossed over it when he was like, "Oh, Dallas Goedert took the ball and took it 50-some yards." Why did that happen, though? Why does that happen if Jalen don't make the check at the line? Does that play you just said happen if Jaden Daniels makes the wrong decision with the read option? No. So what is that? So the quarterback don't deserve no credit for making a good decision? That's his job, Joe.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve no credit, but in this debate we're talking about, who do you trust more? That don't matter to me because that's standard. Quarterbacks, that's part of literally the minimum of his job. It's literally. But what separates great from good ain't just that. It's what they do with their arm and their legs when they make a play. Now, sometimes you gotta check into some of those and depend on your other players. But Tannehill can do that, and I'm not going to make a big deal out of it because I want to see Tannehill do something too. I'm not going to take away nothing from Hurts if he don't do it. But we're talking about who do you trust. When I say trust, I'm not talking about just a check at the line. I'm talking about, man, if the Eagles fall behind, Do I really? Who I trust more? If okay, I'm looking at all the scenarios. If the Commanders fall behind, I kind of trust Jaden Daniels. Okay, I might trust Hurts too, but I trust Jaden Daniels more in this situation. All right, especially in the playoffs. Because look, in the playoffs, right? When Hurts is asked to do less, he wins. When Hurts is asked to do more, he loses. So that point blank, what Jaden Daniels have done this year as far as responsibility, when Hurts was carrying the same amount of responsibility, he lost every single time. Literally. Every time he threw the ball more than look, I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, this stack. Jaden Daniels threw the ball for 30 times both games and won both games. Every time Jalen Hurts threw the ball more than 30 times, he literally lost, bro. Like every time he won, he didn't do nothing. And then remember I kept telling y'all, when the team don't score more than 10 points, he don't win. The Rams score more than 10 points. I wanted to give him so much credit for this win, but I can't because he was doing so much bad stuff to help y'all lose the game. Like, when he took the safety, he kept taking sacks. I can't even give him, I can't even look at Hurts like, man, he finally got him a dub when somebody's going to win 10 points. Like, he literally scored the first touchdown, which set the tone, which is cool. And then after that,
can I ask you a question?
He ain't too much.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yeah.
When we had a conversation about the Super Bowl, what do you always bring up, Joe?
You said what? Say it again?
When we have a conversation about the Super Bowl that Hurts played in, what do you always bring up? You say, I'll fill in the blank for you. You say Jalen Hurts gave him 7 points. That's what you say, right?
Why do I say that?
No. Why
do I say it, though?
Let me finish.
Why, though?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
If you want to fill in the blanks after I finish,
go ahead.
But my brother, you say.
Go ahead.
He gave him 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, but Joe, look at this. But he gave him 7 points. And then what do you conclude with? Hey, AJ, how much they lose by? I'm like, come on, Joe. That's not a fair argument. Jalen Hurts scores a touchdown. 6 points. How much they win by, Joe? 6 points. And the 2 Saquon Barkley runs, he made checks to help Saquon get those runs. So, again, it's more than the yardage. It's more than just the gotta have it plays and the gotta have it moments, which I fully believe Jalen Hurts can do. It's more than that. It's also the mindset, the attitude, and the decision making all through the game at the line of scrimmage. It's all of that when you play in the quarterback. It's not just one aspect, it's all of it. And Jalen Hurts has a whole grasp of this offense, and he's a big part of the reason why this offense runs the way it runs. And you keep on bringing it, bro. I get it. Jaden Daniels, he played a great game against Detroit, even though he got 3-4 turnovers, right? Great game. He played a great game. His defense gave up 31, even though, again, they scored a touchdown on their own, got a pick at the end of the half, got a fumble, and Jared Goff turned into a straight pumpkin, like I told y'all he would. I told y'all the Lions was sweet. I've been saying it all season. It's not what y'all think they are. Now, I did pick them to win, so I'll give you that. But I've been saying they sweet. I wanted that to be our food. That was our food. Y'all stole our food, which is why y'all about to be our food pretty soon. But at the same time, Joe, in these games, he got his number one guy. His team, for the most part on offense, now y'all just lost one of y'all guards, but his team is healthy in these games. They're healthy. In one of the games that we lost under these conditions, we didn't have our number one guy. And the quarterback at the time, and Jalen Hurts, was hurt. Right or wrong? Is Jaden Daniels 100% healthy right now?
Right now he is, yeah.
Is Terry McLaurin available?
Yeah.
In the Tampa Bay game, Jaden Daniels healthy?
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin healthy?
Yes, he is.
Okay, then. In 2 of the losses that he's had in his career, where he was required to do so much, 2 of the games he was hurt in, one of the games he didn't have his number one option out there. That's all I'm getting at, bro. I get it. I almost wish Jalen Hurts was in a scenario where he could do the impossible so I could get a man some credit. But at the end of the day, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter because we'll take our wins, however.
Now, let me respond to what you said about the Super Bowl.
Go ahead.
Whenever y'all go back and watch Unfazed from the last episode, when he asked me straight up, was Hurts the main reason? I told him right there and then it was the defense. Somebody in the chat asked me the other day. I said the defense. I always blame the defense. When I bring up Hurts situation, it comes to y'all statement. He does whatever it takes. He does whatever it takes. Because in situations like last Sunday, that's a statement you will bring up. He did what it takes. He scored a touchdown in the beginning. He called a check to get Saquon the ball. He does what it takes. But when it comes to that Chiefs game, But Joe, he scored all these touchdowns. He had 3 rushing touchdowns. He had 1 passing touchdown. But did he do what it takes? No, because he fumbled. I want you to stick with the same statement you stick with when he does the bare minimum. Stick with the same statement when he loses. Because, once again, when a defense don't look like a number 1 defense, Hurts be in trouble. Hurts lose every single time, literally every single time. So that's why I brought up Hurts fumble. I never said Jalen Hurts was the main reason why they lost. He was part of it. Because how much they lose by, AJ?
They lost by 3.
He lost by 3, but he gave up 7.
He showed
y'all would have won. So I didn't say Hurts didn't help. One of the first things I said was Hurts had a first touchdown. But then I also said after that touchdown, he didn't do much. I said that, which is a true statement. So, we didn't have our number 1 guy. Like, first of all, stop comparing us having Terry McLaurin to y'all having A.J. Brown. Because outside of A.J. Brown, we're talking about even last year's team. Outside of A.J. Brown, y'all had the way better offensive line. Way better offensive line. Do you not? Y'all have the best offensive line in the league. Best offensive line in the league last year. And on top of that, your tight end is better than ours. And on top of that, your number 2 is better than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 probably combined. So my thing is, the fact that you lose A.J. Brown and y'all fall so bad, it says so much. Like, you have a great roster. So why is it still a problem? So that's my thing. So go ahead.
These teams, you brought up a point. You said, when the defense don't show up, he loses every time. Again, bro, like I always tell you, like I've been telling you in the chat, bro, add the context. Because the 15th ranked defense might not give up 30 in the playoffs, bro. They might not give up 30 in the playoffs, bro. I'm just saying. It's not as if these teams are out here scoring 20 points, Joe. These teams scoring 30 points, Joe. Like, the Buccaneers scored 30 points both times we saw them, Baker and Tom Brady, bro.
But what they got?
The Chiefs scored 31. The Chiefs scored 31. We scored 9 one game and 15 another game.
AJ, I would get you with the Chiefs game because you went toe-to-toe with them. But explain to me the other 2 Buccaneers game because you did not go toe-to-toe with them. You only scored 15 and 9. So that 30-point margin don't matter because you scored only 9 points.
He lost the game.
The Lions scored 31. And guess what we did? 45.
Your defense also gave you. First off, y'all put up 38.
Give us how much?
Y'all scored 38. Your defense gave you a touchdown, did they not?
But we scored how much? 38.
38. And how many turnovers? In those games, do you remember the Eagles getting turnovers and getting us short field positions in those games that we lost, Joe?
We never had a short position. Like, we had a pick 6, and the fumble was in their own territory, and the pick was before the half. And another pick, he ran it back like what, 15 yards to 20 yards? We never had good field position.
Turnovers, as we both know, swings momentum entirely. I get the field position conversation, but turnovers swing these games, especially in play. We just saw, bro, when you turn the ball over, you don't win playoff games. We know this now.
And so, you're right.
In these games, in this game against Jared Goff, and we should get to the next question. But in this game, thought he turned the ball over 4 times, bro. They got a ball 4 times, bro. That facilitates in y'all scoring points. And on top of that, Joe, the Lions got one of the worst defenses out here on top of all of that. All these teams that we played, Tampa defense was like that last year. Tampa defense with Tom Brady fresh off a championship. Bro, the situations are much
What I'm not going to take from you, AJ?
The situations are much different. Go ahead.
Real quick, what I'm not going to take from you is you talk about the turnovers situation when every reason why y'all winning is because y'all forcing turnovers. Literally. Your defense is forcing turnovers. Y'all won 4-0 against Green Bay and won by 1 possession. Y'all won 2-0 against the Rams and won by 1 possession. So y'all are feasting on turnovers. So I don't want to hear the turnover battle when it comes to you because Hurts getting all his dubs. Y'all 15-1 the last 16 games, and y'all want to turnover battle in every game except for the Ravens game because nobody's
15-1.
Yeah,
wait, you said we want to turn. I have to go back and fact check that. We want to turn about every one of those games.
It's part of my notes. Yeah,
okay.
Every game except for the Ravens game, nobody turned the ball over in that game. But every game, y'all want to turn over battle. So y'all fixed off that.
That's fair.
We can move on though.
Let's get to the next question.
Hey, it's gonna be a battle. You better pay attention. It's like,
we going at it all day. We going at it all day. I gotta get what was the next question? I didn't
got. It's on me. It's on me. It's on me. All right. So, all right. Next question. All right, and this one is not gonna be too much of a debate, but X Factor. So y'all know the Eagles and Commanders play Sunday at 3 p.m. This is an early game, all right, on Fox. And we got to come up with some X Factor. We already know like Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Saquon, Terry McLaurin. But there's some guys that don't get mentioned a lot that can be a big reason why the other team wins. So AJ, you pop it off first. Who's you think will be the X Factor for y'all?
So we doing offense and defense, right?
I'm with y'all. I got that too.
This one should be quicker, but we doing offense and defense. So I want to start with the offensive side of the ball, man. On offense, I gotta roll with 1K AJ Brown. Now I get it. I understand. AJ Brown is one of the best players before Saquon Barkley. Some could make the argument. Some would make the argument. He's the best offensive player y'all got, especially like skill positions when it comes to running back and receiver and all that. AJ Brown did not play well in this past game, bro. He just didn't. We targeted him seven times. I think he had one catch, maybe 2 catches for 14 yards. AJ Brown is going to be pivotal in this game because of the way he stretches the field, the way he opens things up for Saquon Barkley to run the football, the confidence that he helps with when it comes to Jalen Hurts. And that matchup with Marshawn Lattimore, listen, man. Joe. Marshawn Lattimore cooked it. He looking cooked, bro. He looking to me. Now, we'll see about AJ. I know AJ been dealing with some type of like lingering little knee issue. I'm not paying that no attention for real. AJ Brown said he's getting healthier by the minute, by the game. Mm-hmm. So I'm trusting that AJ is gonna be fine. Even if he's not, I'm not giving him that pass. This is the NFC Championship game. It's all go. It's time to come out here and dominate. But I think AJ Brown's gonna have a big time game, and I think it's gonna be pivotal for us because I think Saquon is going to be Saquon. Mm-hmm. I do. I think Saquon is going to rush. Like I told y'all in the Rams game. He went for 255 against the Rams before. And what did I say the next episode? I said, Joe, he probably going to run for like, maybe not that much, but he going to get you for like 150, 170. And he went for 205. Right. And so I think Saquon is going to continue to dominate. He probably going to get, I would guess, around the number he averaged on y'all, about 149, 148. But I think in the past game, AJ Brown going to be a constant factor, and he's going to be the guy that help open things up. I'm predicting a 100-yard game from AJ Brown and at least a touchdown. I think he's going to be big time in this game. Defensively, I've been going back and forth on this. Because I think my obvious answer is Jalen Carter. Oh, my goodness. What a monster.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, my goodness.
He won that game for y'all. I give him his props,
he did. Hey, when it comes to defense, him and Slay, man, they saved us. You know what I mean? The defense, they
almost hurt you in that last catch.
You said the catch over Puka the Cook. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh, my goodness. Come on, bro. But Jalen Carter, absolute monster. And I think that's the obvious one. But my sneaky X factor in this game. CJ Gardner-Johnson. I got CJ Gardner-Johnson getting a big time pick in this game. And he's a guy who I want CJ Gardner-Johnson. See, this is the thing. We're watching these Commanders, man. And one thing that irks me about the Commanders when I watch them is like I see what's coming and nobody else see what's coming. And it drives me crazy, Joe. It drives me crazy. Fourth and short. We know what they're going to do, y'all. We know what they're going to do. They're going to either one or two options. Either he going to straight up hand it off or he going to bootleg right, left, and run for the first down. It's every time about Jaden Daniels. It's every 4th and 1, every 4th and 2. They rarely drop back and throw the football, bro. It's very rare. Jaden Daniels is running for these first downs. So if I'm Vic Fangio, I know Quinyon Mitchell, he's playing. Slay, he's playing. Depending on what type of formation y'all got out there. If y'all got 2 receivers out there, which most of the time I believe y'all do on these 4th down conversions. If y'all got 3, whoever, I'm bringing all my corners up. Come up to the line of scrimmage. Jam these guys at the line. If you decide to randomly drop back and throw the ball, be my guest. Randomly go back and throw the ball. But they're going to have to beat these guys. They got to beat these guys on the outside. I doubt they be trying to go for a deep route on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 because, like I said, I know what they go run. They go run that same play. CJ Gardner-Johnson, come down to the box. And I want you to shadow Jaden Daniels on them plays every time. Shadow him every time, bro. Come down to the box, and wherever he at, that's where you need to be, bro. You need to have all eyes on him on 4th down because 9 times out of 10, he going to fake it and roll right or left and make a play. So I need somebody eyes on him, and I think CJ is the perfect guy to have his eyes on him. I trust Reed Blankenship to be in the secondary, and I trust my corners because my corners can defend. My corners can defend. So I'm playing extremely tight coverage, and I got a speedy guy that can also hit, shadowing Jaden Daniels. So that's why I got CJ Gardner-Johnson as my X factor on defense, and I got AJ Brown as my X factor on offense.
Yeah, he could be your like emotional X factor.
He a baller.
All right. But one thing I want to say about Marshall Lattimore, he played against the Saints, and then he played against AJ Brown, and he shadowed AJ Brown like the whole game. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was a tough night, but he also had some good plays too, some good pass breakups. And then he went against Mike, and then he got hurt and got in that game. And then his first game back was against Mike Evans. He did the same thing, shout out Mike Evans. And he came out and said, this won't happen again. AJ, Detroit got a prolific offense. Against Detroit, did you hear his name get called?
Marshawn?
Probably not.
I didn't.
He got targeted only one time the whole game. One time. But he didn't follow nobody. He stayed on one side.
Okay.
Got targeted one time the whole game. 0 catches allowed, 0 yards allowed, 0 TDs allowed, 5 tackles, pass breakup without one target. And by the way, we are 4-0 with Marshall Lattimore. We haven't lost since we had him. So now I don't think he's going to follow AJ Brown. I won't be surprised if he do though. But I don't think he's going to follow him. He might follow him the fact that we're going to put a lot of people in the box for Saquon. We are going to dare y'all to throw the ball. I know that for a fact. We're going to put everybody in the box. But here's the thing about putting Saquon in the box.
There's nobody behind him, bro.
There's nobody behind him. So what did he do?
Yeah.
Once he get through, because I think out of the 6 60-yarders he got, I think all of them, it was more than 8 in the box. All of the 60-yarders he had. It was more than 7 in the box, I think. So that's the dangerous part about it. But my X factors, all right. This was tough. It's tough. My quarterback is an X factor alone. He's an X factor alone. All right.
Mine too. You ain't gonna give him no credit, but it's all good.
No, he is.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts is an X factor.
Okay.
I don't want y'all to think I think he trash. He be playing like a time, but I ain't saying he's trash. But I'm gonna do defense first. On defense, it's gonna be so random. Deron Payne.
That's a good pick.
Right?
I like that.
Deron Payne. When we played y'all the last game, he wreaked havoc after that first quarter. He was one of the main reasons why Saquon had a bad last 3 quarters. He was in the backfield every single time. So Deron Payne gonna have to be good. Basically, our DTs, Newton, Payne, and Allen. Those are my collective X factors because we gotta disrupt the run, and we can't depend on. We had to get those guys in the backfield early because Saquon crazy, man. When I rewatched the game today, and there was one time we had 7 guys in the box, and everybody just crashed in on Saquon. Payne beat the lineman off rip, and Saquon, bro, spin move. Another guy right there. Woo! Like this dude avoiding everything. He ain't going nowhere, but like the 4th guy had to get him. I'm like, God dang, this man got like eyes everywhere. So Deron Payne, our DTs are going to have to play a major factor in this game. Because not only on that, the read option, Jalen Hurts keeping the ball, and taking off himself. We have to be smart on what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Saquon, let Hurts go. Get Saquon, let Hurts go. Right? It's like kind of like the Steelers had a pick between Lamar and Derrick Henry. Because number one, Jalen Hurts is coming off a knee. He's got a knee injury right now. And he's fresh over concussion on this team. So you never know what's going through his head. That's the most I've seen Jalen Hurts slide, by the way. Jalen Hurts usually dive forward. He was sliding every time he had a chance. So
he still got hurt. He still got hurt, bro.
So that's my X factor on offense, right? Now I'm talking on defense. Now on offense, how I think y'all gonna play us, y'all blitz us more than y'all blitz anybody in the season. I don't think y'all gonna take that approach this time. I think this time y'all gonna stick to y'all usual formula, like the 4 rush, and y'all just hit them 2 safeties back over y'all corners, and y'all just play that honest type defense, right? So Zach Ertz, you up? Zach Ertz didn't have a great game against y'all. I think he only had like 2 catches against y'all. But Zach, like, we're going to need Zach Ertz is a great route runner, really good route runner. He know how to create space. I'm not going to compare him to Kelsey, but how Kelsey just finds space, you know, in between DBs. I'm going to say Zach Ertz going to be our key factor, especially when we get to the red zone. Because when we get to the red zone, we had to capitalize. We have to. I was going to put Brian Robinson, but no, I don't think we need to have a great running game to beat y'all. I'm not dependent. I'm serious. We didn't have a good running game the second time we played y'all. My theory when we play y'all, bro, like, run the ball. Obviously, you want to keep them honest. But if it ain't working, that's fine. Drop my man back and throw the ball. Test that secondary. Test them. Y'all don't get tested enough. That's what it is. The Rams, woo, they gave me a little confidence. I know it was a snow and all that, but that gave me a little confidence. If Matthew Stafford was a little bit more accurate and have his throws, it would have been a different ball game. So I'm going to say Zach Ertz is my offensive X factor and defensive, mainly Deron Payne with the DTs.
I like how you be glossing over these books like he ain't throwing. I like how you gloss over. You drop. How many times he dropped back in that second game? You know,
38.
Daniels.
38, I think. I think it was 38.
38, and out of them 38, he had 2 picks.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm just saying that to say.
I ain't tripping off that. I ain't tripping off that.
And this, I'm telling you.
I ain't tripping off that.
He better take care of that ball this game. That's what I'm saying. And to what you're saying, I want him to. We should get to the keys. Joe, I'm gonna pitch it to you. Because what I was about to say was gonna dip into the keys for victory. Our last topic of the day. Joe, obviously, we know what's on the line, man. If you have to talk to the Commanders, if you have to go to the team right before the game, say you got to give a speech. This is what we need to do to get to the Super Bowl. Think about that, Joe. Y'all got a chance to get to the Super Bowl. Not really, but maybe. I had to. But no, y'all got a chance to get the Super. Y'all in the NFC Championship game, going up against a division rival. Coach call you, JJ Joe Jordan. I've been watching Unfazed. I love your tips. I need to know what we need to do. I need you to come in the locker room, talk to the team right before the game. Joe Jordan walks into the locker room and he gives his keys to victories. What are his keys to victory?
Number 1, contain Saquon. Number 1. And live where one is supposed to play. Live with it. He might break off a 60 or 50 yarder. Cool. Live with it. But contain him most of the way. I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. The last time we played Saquon Barkley, this man has set with 2:18 left in the first quarter. Woo! In 13 minutes. Less than 13 minutes. This man had 109 yards off of 7 carries. Crazy. He had like a 68-yard run for a touchdown. But he also had a 19-yard run and a 13-yard run before that. So he had 109 yards off 7 carries. From that point on to the end of the game, the man had 40 yards on 22 carries. That's 1.8 yards per carry. Shut that run game down. That's the first time all year I've seen the team do that. It's the first time all year I've seen DTs and DNs in the backfield soon the ball snap. First time. That gave me some confidence, like, okay. And y'all, I think I was pretty healthy when your whole line that game too, by the way. I think I were. So that's number 1. And obviously that's number 1. Saquon's number one focus. Number 2, take care of the ball.
You know.
Like, huh?
I said, you know.
Take care of I mean, that's anybody. Everybody who won this last round, look at it. 10 turnovers to the losers, 0 to the winners. Look at that. Take care of the ball, man. Because the Eagles, they feast all turnovers. Against Green Bay, 4-0, 1-by-1 possession. Against the Rams, 2-0, 1-by-1 possession. The Eagles are 15-1 in their last 16 games. They have won the turnover battle in every single game except for the Ravens game because none of them turned the ball over. So we got to take care of the ball. And you look at us, we are capable of taking care of the ball. I gave y'all an example how we contain Saquon. Now, with us taking care of the ball, the first time we played him, when my man wasn't like himself, we turned the ball over 1 time. The last game, we turned the ball over 5 times, and we still got the dub. But we can't do that. We can't have 5 turnovers. No, we can't have that. We might have 1 turnover, maybe, but we gotta be careless with we cannot be careless with the ball. So far in the playoffs, we don't take negative plays. 1 sack, 0 turnovers, 0 fumbles, and 0 interceptions, and only 1 punt. The whole playoff so far. So let's take care of the ball. Number 3, when we get to the red zone, finish in the end zone. You like that, right? When we get to the red zone, finish in the end zone. We're not going to set up for no field goals, AJ. We want to force y'all to score points. That's what we want to do. We want to put pressure on Philly to drop back a little bit more. We want to put pressure on Philly to say, hey, Saquon might have to be like, hey, Hurts, man, can you do something? Like, I mean, I can't. I'm averaging 1.8 yards per carry. Can you do something? I want Saquon to say that to Hurts. Can you put your cape on? I saw you do it last year, but can you do it right now? I want to see you do it. Finish in the red zone. And again, and then my last thing is this. Continue to be aggressive. Go for it on 4th down. Against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we were 3 for 5 on 4th down. That's cool. I'll take that all day. Against the Detroit Lions, we were 3 for 4 on 4th down. All right? So those are only got 4 keys, basically. Contain Saquon. Take care of the ball. When you get in the red zone, get in the end zone. And go and be aggressive and go for a 4th down. And we'll win this game. We will win this game. Let me say that. We will win this game. But go ahead.
I got you. My keys to victory. Let me just start off by saying this. The Philadelphia Eagles are undeniably the better team.
Undeniably
the better team.
So with the Lions,
they got a better defense. You know, the offense over there is potent because of one man, and that's Jaden Daniels. He got my respect, and I threw some shots earlier. Only 2 guys on that. If I'm being honest, and there's no disrespect to y'all, it's only 2 guys on that team I got a ton of respect for. Everybody else is like, And the 2 guys are Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. That's it. So my keys to victory are this, because in the 2 games we played, I feel like we outplayed y'all in the first game when Hurts was available. In the second game, we lost because of a drop pass. In my personal opinion, we beat y'all with Kenny if Devontae just simply do his job. So one of these keys I didn't write down is just doing the fundamentals, bro. Catch the ball. AJ, catch the ball. Devontae, catch the ball. Like something like the Rams game, bro. We like, yeah, Hurts took sacks, but we just didn't do a lot of simple stuff too. You got a Lane Johnson false start on the tush push. I rarely see him false start on the tush push. That really hurt. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got the big time AJ Brown drops. You know what I mean? Like, we got the illegal man downfield. It's like every time we make a play on the opposite side of the 30, it was something just play sound ball. Like, when you're better than the team, if you play sound ball, you will win the game. Before I get to any of these tips, if you play sound ball, you're going to win this game. And that's no disrespect to them. It's just more about the respect I have for the Philadelphia Eagles and what they've done this year. But to my actual tips, make Jaden Daniels throw the football. Yes. I would love, oh my goodness, if he does exactly what he did last game, we win this game. Exactly what he did last game. Go ahead, drop back 35 to 40 times and give us 2 interceptions. They will lose this football game. Because at the end of the day, I trust my secondary to get stops. I trust them to get stops. I trust them to deflect passes. I trust them to get interceptions. But the biggest key in all of this, when I say force him to throw the ball, is not to say he can't throw the ball, right? Stuff in the run, bruh. Find a way to shut the legs down. I want to spy on Jaden all game. I don't care who you take out of coverage to do it. I need somebody watching. He can't run for 81 yards again in this football game. Because that's what killed us. More than the arm, that's what killed us. That is him running for a 4th and 11, for a 4th and 5, a 4th and 3. It's him. It's him running. It's not him throwing. So find a way to shut that down. and force him into those possessions where he got to just simply throw the ball to get himself out of this situation. You rush to contain. You don't rush to sack him because you're going to have a hard time sacking him. At the end of the day, he's just quick and evasive like that, right? But if you rush him to contain him and just rely on that secondary, they going to make plays in this football game. The another tip I have for them defensively, because most of this is about the defense, right? Keep him out of 4th and short to begin with. And that's why I say again, it comes down to taking away his legs. Have a spy out there, bro, right? If they stay out of 4th and short, you can only go for so many 4th downs. They're going to go for a bunch of 4th and 11s and a bunch of 4th and 10s. That's not going to happen. But they're going to go for 4th and 3. Anything 4th and 5 down, they're going for all of those. They're going for all of those. So if I'm Philly, get pressure on them, make them throw the football, get deflections, slow them down in that way, and keep them out of 4th and short because they're going to go for it on 4th and short, right? Then my tips for the defense. It's all about him. It's all about him because you slow him down. One thing I give him credit for, bro, is Jaden or bust. If Jaden don't have a good game, it's an L. We all know it. If he don't have a good game, it's an L. So like I said, force him to throw the football, keep him out of 4th and short, put a spy on that man. Offensively, Saquon's going to do his thing. But just like the Pittsburgh Steelers game, I'm going to tell Philly what they're going to do. Hopefully y'all watching. If I'm in the locker room, I'm going to tell them exactly what they're going to do because it's what I would do if I was the Commanders coach on defense. I'm sending heat and Hurts all game long. I'm talking all kind of exotic blitzes because we need to see if he can move. I need to see if Jay can move. And if he can't move, oh, we know Kellen Moore got these long, elaborate routes for verticals every play. And Jalen Hurts, he might take these sacks. We could rough him up a little bit within the rules, obviously. If I'm the Commanders coach, that's what I'm doing. I'm sending blitzes all day long. And I think that's what y'all going to do. I don't think y'all going to drop a whole bunch of guys in coverage. But under that same philosophy, what I think y'all going to do, the way to counter that, get my dog in rhythm early. In the Pittsburgh Steelers game, when everybody was, crucifying the pass game, Jalen can't do this, Jalen can't do this. I came in the chat, I went public, and I said, bro, if you just get him in rhythm. The problem right now is we're running the ball so much, it takes our passing game out of rhythm at times. But if you start the game off throwing the ball, getting him in rhythm, get him a couple short passes, I guarantee he'll have a better game. And what do you know? We looked up, Jalen Hurts got in rhythm early in the game and could not be stopped. I think the same thing could happen in this game, especially if Saquon also has it going. But you get him in rhythm early, get him some easy passes, run some screens, get AJ some slants, give Devontae some slants, some easy 5-yard, not 10-yard, 5-yard comeback routes. And I think Jalen Hurts will be in rhythm and will handle the game a whole lot better. So those are my keys. I think I might have gave more than 3, but those are my keys, man. All in all, like I said before, if the Philadelphia Eagles play sound football, we going to the Super Bowl. Because at the end of the day, for the last time, y'all crazy in the head if y'all think anybody coming to the league and getting the dub, especially now with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Philly, stand up, man. We one game away from redeeming. Well, I won't say redeeming ourselves, but we one game away from getting back to where we was 2 years ago, man. And then we're going to have to revisit some conversations, man. We're going to get this done, Joe, man. I'm excited, bro. I could go for another hour, man. I'm excited, man. I ain't going to lie to you. Man.
I'm glad you're confident because when we beat y'all, what's that going to say about my dog? Nobody coming in the link. It's all on him. Mm-hmm. If he don't have a good game, we win. So if my guy, as a rookie, with only a guy next to him that you respect, Terry McLaurin, the whole team, if he goes into the link and beats y'all, he top 5. He top 5. Now I know somebody might say, I gotta see another year. Have anybody has ever done that though, AJ? Go to the Super Bowl as a rookie? You gotta make an exception. You have to make an exception. You have to.
I'll say this. Jaden Daniels already deserve a ton of credit. They all say he's the greatest rookie of all time, Joe. I co-sign. I co-sign. He's the greatest rookie of all time. So you gotta respect him. If he beat us and go to the Super Bowl,
he will. But go ahead.
I gotta see it. I gotta see how it's done. I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see it. But
Right.
trust and believe. Because Joe, as you know, I got no problem giving respect. I got no problem giving them his respect when I feel like it's due. If you beat us and send us home this week and prevent us from getting to the Super Bowl, I gotta get a man immense credit. I don't know exactly what I would come on here and say. I'm not prepared to say that because we're not losing. We're not losing the game. So I don't know what I'm gonna say. I ain't even thought that far yet. But in the rare case that this somehow does happen, and Jaden Daniels goes on the road and beats all of these teams in the playoffs, beats the 1 seed, then beats the 2 seed, and goes to the Super Bowl,
and the 3 seed.
And the 3 seed. He beats
1,
the 1, 2, and 3 seed all on the road.
He beats the NFC South champion, NFC North champion, and NFC East champion.
That will be sounds like something that ain't gonna happen. Sounds like something that's not gonna happen, Joe. I'm just saying. So, but if he does, listen, I have no problem coming in here. I already got a pride bet with the Corius on the line. If we lose the game, best believe I will come on here and I will say whatever I need to say to get a man credit. But I'm telling you, Joe, I've said this every round of the playoffs, and I said this before the playoffs started, bro. It's going to be tough getting a win in the link because this ain't going to Detroit, playing Detroit, and it's dang strange playing the Bucks. And this is with a Super Bowl berth on the line, Joe. Man, good luck. Good luck, bro. Y'all are in for a dogfight. And
we ready.
I hope y'all ready. I hope so.
We ready, bro.
I hope so, bro.
I think you really underestimating how good Detroit was too. Because I mean the Rams not as good as Detroit, right? I mean, I would assume that Green Bay is definitely not as good as Detroit. And y'all played both of those teams close. So like we can't. It's like they dog food. I mean, not really. That offense is still crazy. Oh, with all those picks, they still put up 31 points.
Me personally, bro, I didn't think they was gonna put up 31 points on our defense. Like I liked our matchup with I wanted to play them, Joe. I wanted to play them so bad. I'm like, I want Detroit for narrative purposes. They the number 1 seed in the NFC. I want that chip in my pocket. But y'all got it. Y'all got that chip in y'all pocket. So respect to y'all. And in my opinion, y'all may have made it a little bit easier because now it all come through Philadelphia. And we don't lose when it come through Philadelphia to get to the Super Bowl. We don't lose when it come through Philadelphia to get to a championship. It don't happen.
A lot of things that happened this year that's weird, man. I'm just saying,
that's
like
real.
Hey, Blaze, to answer your question though, like I told Dave, I respect if somebody were to say I gotta see 1 more year. I respect that. What I would say is he top 5 pending because of the rule. You gotta do it again. But we talk about the 2024-2025 season. Oh yeah,
he's had a top.
He's top 4. No, he's top 5.
He's had a top 5. He's had a top 5 season. To say he's top 5 overall is a lot.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's only 1 year. I respect that.
Before this game, he's had a top 5 season.
I'm just saying, like, if this dude win the Super Bowl, I might make an exception. I might make an exception because on how it happened, he didn't ride no wave. He was the reason. So I would have to make an exception. I'm sorry. Like Eli Manning won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't a reason. He didn't win Super Bowl MVP, but that defense was crazy. So like he was the reason though. So that's why I'm like, I might make an exception. I'm sorry. Because we're gonna get there. Hey, look, I'm gonna ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who we played in the Super Bowl in 1991? If you don't, I can tell you.
Was it one of these 2 teams left?
The Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills. Okay.
So I hope you're not picking on for the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. But yeah, man, your boy is confident, man. I just want to reiterate that, man. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot. And wait, before we move on to Ravens, I just want to say this, and I know you're not gonna agree, but I feel this way now that y'all that made it this far. This is for all of you Commanders fans that's still talking about y'all playing with house money. No, y'all not. Y'all not playing with house money no more. Huh?
We expect to win now.
Oh, yes. You don't make it to the see. As somebody who been there, done that. Just saying. In my lifetime, just saying. And I think y'all might have one of your lifetime too. But I'm just saying, recently, bro. When you
remember, don't count.
okay. When you get to a certain point in the postseason, it's not house money no more. It's not. Now it's you got guys. After that game, I seen Terry McLaurin like, yo, we could really.
No,
like, this
Terry McLaurin said that. Sorry to cut you off. When we beat the Falcons, after the Cowboys a game winner, they asked him about how excited it is to end the season like this and go to the playoffs. He said a bowl is better. He said that before we got in the playoffs.
I mean, but that's let's be real. What else he gonna say? Like everybody, I seen Russell Wilson after they lost to the Ravens running up to his teammate. I forget who the teammate was. Big guy in the middle. I'm blanking on his name right now.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I know you're talking about that. I got you.
He ran up to the dude. He said, "Don't stop."
Cam Hayward.
Yeah, Cam Hayward. Running up to Cam Hayward. Don't forget. We're going 4 straight. Keep believing. We're going 4 straight. Let's just rattle off 4 straight. Like these athletes, they gonna say that, but it's a mental thing. It's a mental switch, bro. You make it this far, yo. It's one thing to say we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's one thing to say we gonna go to the Super Bowl. It's another thing to beat Tampa Bay and then go beat the Lions. Now it's like, yo, we might not get this opportunity ever again, or we might, but we don't know that for sure. So now, Commanders fans, it ain't house money no more, bro. Y'all really playing for something. You got guys in the locker room that truly believe at this point we got a legit shot at the Super Bowl. You got guys in the locker room, Bobby Wagner, who has been to multiple Super Bowls. That's gonna tell you this don't happen every year. So like that's not, to me. That's not a thing no more. I just want to put that out there. It's not a thing no more. So don't think y'all coming out to Philly and you lose. Oh, it's on the next season. There is no guarantee y'all getting back here. And same thing for Philly. And we know this. It's no guarantee these 4 teams going to be here next year. So
as long as everything is healthy, we straight. But I'm sure you feel that way. I'm sure you feel that way. But when he played the division this year, Hurts healthy, he lost, and he didn't play well in either game against Dallas. I'm just saying. Just saying. Dallas actually, you know what? I ain't gonna get to that. Listen, man, I'm ready, man. 3 o'clock Sunday. I'm calm.
I'm geeked.
Yeah, I'm not even like we're gonna win this game, bro. Like,
okay,
we're gonna win this game.
All right.
7-8 game winning streak loaded, man.
All right. We shall see.
So quickly, I got the Chiefs. I can't pick against them. I'm sorry. I can't pick against them. I have no X's and O's for you. I'm sorry. It's just they the Chiefs. Until proven otherwise, I can't pick against them. Pick the Bills. Go ahead.
Bruh. I got the Chiefs, bruh. Everything in me, I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills to win this game because I'm sick and tired of the Chiefs and the stuff I feel as though they get away with. I'm tired of them guys. But even if you take that out of the question, bro, like the Chiefs are the Chiefs, bro. They the Chiefs, bro. And in order to beat the man, you got to beat the man.
Hey,
and nothing will be sweeter. What was that?
That's my mindset.
Hey.
After we get Philly out of here, give me Mahomes. I want Mahomes. Y'all rely on the rookie to take this dude down. Come on, man.
You ain't got to worry about Mahomes. You got Hurts. You got Hurts to deal with. He gonna be like
we focus on Hurts right now. Well, Saquon.
Focus on the whole team. Shoot, the whole team is like that in Philadelphia. But I got the Chiefs, man. I just think that when it comes time to make the plays, they're gonna make the plays. And I don't think they played very well against the Texans. They know that. Bro, the Texans, as crazy as it sounds, might have had the best shot at knocking them out just off the strength that they didn't play well. They started the game off kind of rocky. And so now that they got their foot in again, it's possible. Yeah, right. They now that they got their foot in again, I feel like they're gonna do their thing. Would it shock me if Buffalo wins? No, I'm rooting for Buffalo, but I think ultimately the Chiefs gonna walk away with a win and advance to another Super Bowl. And then we'll be back, you know what I'm saying, when Philly meet them up, be a rematch of 2 years ago, and then, you know what I'm saying, we get our revenge. We get our revenge, man. So that's how I see it unfolding. But Lord knows I'm rooting for Buffalo, man. Goodness great. I'm so tired of them dudes over there, bro. And you see all the red in the logo, bro. I'm telling you, bro. NFL not slick, but they got all that red in the logo, bro. They got it probably stand for one thing or another. Now we know it don't stand for the Commanders. Yeah, I mean we know it's not Commander red. It look more like Chiefs red. That's why I need them up out of there, bro. I need them up out of there so I can just get that conspiracy out of my head, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Chiefs gonna be there, and we got to be ready for them when it's time.
They got that Commander yellow though. That Commander gold on there.
I gotta go back and look.
I think it does.
I think we got a little yellow in our alternate jerseys.
All right. It has some green in there though. I think it did it. No, there's no green in there, is it?
I had to go.
I think it is. I saw a post that all 4 teams colors are in it.
Yeah. I gotta go back and look. And see.
But let's get it, man. All right. So great show. Hope y'all were entertained, especially that first topic. But hey, look, my last words. First of all, shout out to the Sacramento Kings. We got the Wizards. Sorry, Tomo out the way yesterday. Doug Christie only lost 2 games since he took over. 3 games, sorry. So shout out to Doug Christie. And Commanders, man. Like AJ said, it's no longer house money. I listen to the national airways and everybody high on the Commanders. But everybody's still picking the Eagles. I'm hearing the same conversation I heard about the Lions. Man, if they keep this close, if it comes down to the last drive, I think they will keep up. But, ultimately, I'm going with the Lions. Same thing with the Eagles. It's only been a couple of people that picked the Commanders. And the guys who actually picked the Commanders have been doing good in their picks, by the way. So shout out to y'all. All right. But everybody believes in Jaden Daniels. But the Commanders itself, they think it's a Cinderella story. We're going to lose and we'll come back next year. No. We're here to make history. I talked about MVP. We're going to make history. And they were like, no, Joe, we're thinking bigger than that. That's a regular season award. Get out to Lamar. Sorry, Carl. We focus on bigger things. Taking this rookie to the Super Bowl, first time that ever happened, on the Eagles' watch. They knew I had to show Unfazed with AJ. They knew it. They were like, Joe, we're going to give you Jaden Daniels, and we're going to make sure we're going to line you up in Philly and take y'all to the Super Bowl and make history on their watch. So I can't wait for us to recap this game. I can't wait to watch this game. I'm going to be excited watching this game. I'm going to be amped. It's going to be fun. I'm going to cherish the moment because, like you said, you never know. Next time you come. Last time they've been here was 33 years ago. So I'm going to make sure I'm in an area where I'm not distracted, that I can watch every play. Wifey, hey, take care of the kids. I ain't pausing nothing. I'm watching it straight through. All right? So shout out to the Commanders, and let's get this done. And shout out to you, AJ. Shout out to everybody on the network. Shout out to everybody who's watching the comment section. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, man. First thing I want to say, like you said, shout out to everybody watching. We got 41 people watching, 43 right now watching to end the show. So appreciate y'all watching. If y'all haven't seen the whole thing, please rewind and watch the whole thing because it's great content. Me and my brother going at it. Our 2 teams in the biggest stage they could possibly be in this late in the season. It is insane. So shout out to you, Joe. Thank you for, helping make this episode what I was hoping it would be. Just a great episode. Yo, shout out to my people that's watching. I know quite a few of y'all watching right now, so shout out to y'all. Philly, bruh. Listen to all the narratives they put out there. They talked about how we fell off last year. They ain't going into detail. They just talked about how we fell off. They say Hurts can't throw the ball. I heard analysts say Saquon wouldn't make a big difference. I heard guys say our defense, Nick Wright. Shout out Nick Wright, by the way. Shout out Nick Wright. I heard guys say our defense wouldn't be that good. And every step of the way, they've questioned our offense. Can they win this game with the passing offense? Can they win this game with the passing offense? Can they win this game with the passing offense? And every single game they've won with the same passing offense. Now, I expect the passing offense to be better going forward. But outside of that, man, block out the noise. The Washington Commanders are not stopping the Philadelphia Eagles from going to a Super Bowl. I am sorry. And can you imagine it, especially in Philadelphia, but can you imagine this, Commanders fans? Joe, Mark, Decorius, and the rest of y'all out there, because there's a whole lot of new fans out here. Not saying that y'all know because y'all been around, but some other fans that's new. The same quarterback y'all throw so many shots at. Same quarterback that y'all try to discredit. ends up costing y'all a Super Bowl berth. Y'all see that deep breath Joe just took? Y'all see that deep? Like, now Hurts costing us a Super Bowl berth and appearance. Not him. Anybody but him. Anybody but Jay Hurts costing us the Super Bowl appearance because they know they will never live it down. So Philly, man, let's stand up. Let's play our ball. Sound fundamentals. Let's get this dub and reach our destiny. I call it Super Bowl to start the season. I have not jumped off at any point. Let's take care of business at home, and let's get ready to go to New Orleans to see whoever we got to see out of this AFC, man. That's all I got, man. And like usual, we remain unfazed.
Hold on. Before you go that, I got shout out Tombo.
Okay.
199 super chat. Shout out Tombo, Mr. Get Done, son. Co-host of R2R Show, co-host of In the Red Corner. He's a Cowboy fan. I hope y'all tie. Well, that ain't happening because it's overtime to sudden death.
Yep.
So,
we remain unfazed, man.
Unfazed. Tune in Sunday at 3. Let's go. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.